Welcome back to the next episode of Factory Town. You join me having completed the research on a couple of the logistics points. We've now got ourselves our first split, putting in the conveyor so that the cotton goes both to the cloth in order to carry on making the shirts and into this workshop in order for us to get a stock of cloth in place. Yeah, everything's ticking along. We've got ourselves our yellow coin creation, and we're currently researching metallurgy, which is the next part we need in order to start getting slightly better food options through the gourmet foods part. If we click on the house here, you can see that the gourmet foods include sandwiches, cheeses, apple pies and jams that we currently have access to, which all require kitchens. If we upgrade the house to level 4, which we can do thanks to having the cloth in place, we then also have the fish, meat and veggie stews. And veggie stews are basically what we'll use to satisfy this side of things. It's very, very easy to do. You can do it basically just with a single farm, outputting everything into one kitchen. But first we need the ability to put the gourmet foods down, which means metallurgy. So the other thing we want to look at doing, I think we're going to just wait a little while on that, is putting a forester down in order to start collecting wood without using the trees. They regrow just as a farm does it. If you have a person gathering from a resource area, it gradually depletes, but if you use the farms and foresters, it does not. The reason we want to wait is it actually costs yellow coins to use, and we don't get that many at the moment. The houses, the amount of food that we're currently getting is quite low. I'll say there's never any surplus in it, so we want to hold off on that for the moment. We could actually do something about that. We could try and put down another farm and have the goods go into that. So I think, yeah, let's do that while we wait for the metallurgy. So we want another farm. This one's going to be on this side over here. And we're going to have it supply water, grow grain, grow berries. We can probably make it grow potatoes as well. It's going to look a bit snake-like, but we'll do it. So first things first, we're going to just set up that the first part will be an output here for grain. In fact, actually, I'd rather have that go into the grain mill separately. That way it doesn't potentially get nudged at the same time. So let's get some farm tiles down for our grain. Get that growing. Yeah. Okay, and then going to want to put another conveyor here. This one will just meet the same area. We don't really have the ability to take it to the barn separately, but that's fine. We need to pause this so the grabber doesn't accidentally pull wheat onto the line. I'm going to want that to be berries, which we can then just carry on. We'll just have 4 here to start off with. Can always plant some more. Now potatoes. Potatoes will have to snake along here, and that's going to look ugly, but it's the price we pay. And this should just help tick those over that a little bit faster. Right, so that grew and used all of the wheat straight away. So let's just add some extra. Both. Let's just check how quickly it goes through the berries actually, because that's I think they hold more. Yeah, the berries actually hold more, so it might just be grain that we need to increase. Is that one of the problems that this one's been having? That it goes through the grain. Maybe. No, it looks like that's got just the right amount. 6 pieces apparently enough. But let's just make sure, because as the processing speed goes up, the time to harvest will come down. So yeah, we'll leave those 6 farm tiles there for now. Very likely to be put down as potatoes, but we'll see whether we need to or not. So it's boosting the happiness because we're now feeding more houses at the same time, which is great. More grains, the fruits hitting every house that it can do. Vegetables not so much. So grains we could still go faster, so we could still put another farm down, just to improve the amounts. But considering we'll move to sandwiches at some point, I'm not going to get too invested in setting that up. Just on a time point. How are we doing? Not quite halfway. Okay, right, I'm just going to bite the bullet, and we're going to have the forester, because otherwise we're going to run out of trees over here. So it can also grow, harvest apples and pears, which doesn't cost us anything. The apples are just there, and there's another fruit. So you can have like a forester with like your apple trees, feed fruit to things like that. This we do actually want the trees to be cut down, so I'm perfectly happy leaving those just ripping through there. We'll put like a forester or something over here at a later date, but for now kind of want to clear that area out, and doing it and getting coins out of it rather than costing coins is always good. Okay. Just trying to think where I want to get the I think I'm going to have to take some of the resources out because it's going to take them ages to get down here, and this is where I want the gourmet food place to be, so I want to get that kind of set up ready. Do we want to have another road that just kind of goes along this stretch? Just to mirror things out, or do we just want to put something there? I said one of the other things, decorations, we haven't even got into any of that. Just to make the residential areas look a little bit nicer, you can lay like stone benches and wood benches and flowers down, and I think leaving a space for things is probably going to be best. Though I was thinking having like a central area in the middle of it all, so like there'll be a house there, but then this area will be contains it. Yeah, actually let's have the road there, 3 gap, and this bit here will be where the gourmet park goes. We'll have like a decorated area in there when it's all sorted out. Yeah, that'll look good. Just need the trees to be taken down. Yeah. Okay, so we can get the other parts sorted. So what we know we're going to want is going to be a barn. Which again does not have to be a significant distance away. And we're going to want veggie stew. I'll say jam. Don't know if we'll end up using the jam. Sandwich and cake. They're the various types, aren't they? Cake, stews. Yeah, it could have cheese, but that's not particularly expensive for the amount of work involved. Right, so I'm going to want a first kitchen. We're going to want a few of these around. So this one, we could just make a few bits and pieces here, but veggie stew is the one that we're going to want. So that will mean the kitchen will need tomatoes, potatoes, carrots, and a fuel source. Fuel sources can be either trees or coal. Coal is more efficient for burning than just burning trees on their own. So let's flatten the land just around here, just so we can start getting our logistic points in place. We're going to want a farm just to grow everything, and then we're going to want something harvesting the coal and bringing it to the kitchen. So that is just going to be this little guy. Are we going to have multiple recipes coming out of this kitchen? That's the question. Jam, fruit and sugar, so that doesn't interact with that one at all. Fuel is the only thing that interacts, so that's not too bad. Could do that. Cakes require sugar, so no, and the berry cakes require both jam and additional berries, so we're not going to want to do that. Yeah, so we can have this one do both jam and veggie stew, so we'll do that. And the metallurgy, right, so we can go and get all of that set up, which is slightly more important. Let's have our school carrying on to the next research point, steam power. In fact, steam power, do we want the machinery? It's a bit more important. The machine shop gets us metal conveyors, which is real important. Boat building would probably be the next one in order to start gathering fish. We've now got enough coins that we can think about expanding, like getting this one over here is I think going to be what we're going to do, but we'll hold off on that for a second. Metal is the important part here, so we need to start getting all of that. So the first piece is the forge. Let's try and work out where we want to place it, because we're going to want to take some metal down to the base, I think, really. Could just use barns. Let's just use a barn for now. So, first forge there, which unlocks decorative lampposts, and we're going to want iron plates. So this requires yellow coins, so this is why it's real important to keep a stable economy. I'm going to put this barn a little bit further away because we're going to have multiple forges. So I'm going to take out that part there with a grabber. No, we don't need to tell it what kind of things to grab on that one because it's only going to have one thing. I'm just going to put the paths in there just to speed them up a little bit. We'll start to get ourselves metal ingots. We'll want nails for other things at later point. Actually, you two will be iron plates. You two will be nails, as we do want them locked in. Actually, do I want to put that up in the air? I think I do, right. Slight change of plan. I want to elevate this. There's no reason I go between the different types of scaffolding. They are all actually functionally identical. It's just an appearance thing. So now if we put that in place, by moving it to a higher level, I can put the other forge that's going to create nails down in such a way as the worker can get from here to there. And do that. And that way the gathering doesn't have to like go up and over things and slow down. It's a lot easier. Right, so with that now occurring, we can get gourmet foods building down. Still within the radius, like everything's still there. And we can start working on getting everything in place. Now I think we want to purchase this area. Okay, so we've got some herbs, potatoes and carrots. We've got fish close by. Excellent. That is what I wanted to see. In that case, fish stews 25, veggie stews 24. What's the ingredient difference? Oh, we need butter as well, which is more complex, as you also need to add in milk. So yeah, no, we'll leave it with veggie stew. It's a lot simpler. The fish will be used for other things later. That's fine. Okay, so we want a farm. And we're going to just want to clear this region. So that's where the farm's going to go. And we want to put down a bunch of farm tiles, as this has a few different things it needs to grow. Let's actually put another row down. We're going to make use of what's already in place. He says accidentally clicking in the wrong area for some parts, and then we're going to add some things. So we want tomatoes, and that's the important part. Now we need berries and sugar, of course. Get rid of those three. We're going to need more yellow coins. Right. Okay, so that's going to take a moment to do, but let's tell it what we're gathering. So sugar, berries, carrot, potato, and tomato. Just a few bits and pieces from this one. Right, and that's a good point. We need to remove that potato in order to bring the paths out. Now, all of the ingredients are going in here, so we could just use one single conveyor, but that will end up with a log jam if resources aren't delivered evenly. So the easiest way for now, and notice the emphasis here, is to create multiple conveyors. Now, for the moment, we only need the stuff for the stew, so we'll come back to the other two in a moment. But this, we just want to tell it carrots, potatoes, and tomatoes. You can logic link things together, which we'll come to a little bit later when we get into the more advanced ones. So this already has some of them. The tomatoes grew quite quickly, so that's good. Right, and we want here we want the veggie stew to come out, and we need more conveyor belts, so running low. And that's going to be our veggie stew as well. So probably won't build up a backlog for quite some time, but we can certainly build up a backlog on these if we get the timings right. That'll start to increase the happiness, which will increase productivity of everything, and more importantly, it'll get us a ton of coins every time it produces one, which is what we want to see. Let's go ahead and give him a path that he can walk along. And start growing these. Let's get our route in place for the next step. This, of course, is going to be short on conveyor belts for quite some time, so it's not an immediate construction. But jam will help with both our happiness and our money points. There we go. So that's ready. Just need the rest of the money in that. Okay. Ooh, our base can be upgraded. We've got the coins, we've got the metal. Let's do it. Which now unlocks the apothecary and medicine, which is how we get blue coins. And for that, it's one of the things we'll need the fish for. One of the recipes that you'll see here, fish oil. Some red coins and some fish gets us fish oil, which starts getting us blue coins. So it's also therefore important for us to start stocking up our general store a bit more. And now that we've got access to metals, we can start making the other pieces. So reinforced planks sell for a lot more than the regular planks, but will obviously require more steps. In this case, it's a plank, an ingot, and 2 nails. But combining all of that will get us a lot more money. We'll also need them for other building, like the base requires 40 for the next upgrade, and the houses require 10 for their final upgrade. So we definitely want to be getting started with that side of things as well. But I think that's enough for now. Thank you for joining me here. Next time we'll come back, we'll start getting our enhanced general goods, I think, and finishing off the farm to gourmet foods section. Thank you, and see you there.